And we are back, yes, right here, Sister Circle. And our next guest says that not enough people capitalize off their own wisdom and is here to show us how exactly do we do that?
She has 20 years of experience working with corporate and executives and celebrities, as she likes to say, bankroll their brilliance. Please welcome Nicole Roberts-Jones. Hey, boo!
Nicole, how are you?
Excited to be here.
We are excited to have you.
Absolutely.
And anytime we're talking about money, we just love to talk to the people more and more and more
and
about
we
it.
got on our green color today,
So we got on and I got on gold.
Yes, right.
Tell us a little bit about bankrolling your brilliance. Bankrolling our brilliance. What is that about?
So really, so many of us have a genius. I call it intellectual property in us, and we walk around giving it away for free. And so if we could just stop long enough to realize every time somebody says, you know, let me run something past you, can I pick your brain for a minute? You're giving it away.
So you want us to monetize that. So how would we go by, give us some tips on how would we go by doing that?
So first, number one, I'm going to say stop giving your intellectual property away for
Don't
free.
do it no more.
Right?
Stop doing it.
So again, that genius, that brilliance in you, you've got to understand. And many people say to me, well, can't other people do this? And yes, other people can do it, but nobody does it like you. So it's time to stand in the full power of it.
Come on now. So what's the second step?
Second step is, look, I want to make sure I say them in order. Number two is build your business from a blueprint. So many of us then go and say, okay, I'm going to start a business, and you do whatever, whenever, however. You don't stop long enough, number one, to create strategy around it. So what I mean by strategy is understanding there's a formula to what you do. So it's creating that formula that then shows people there's 5 steps, there's 6 steps that I'm going to take you through that will lead you to a predictable result.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Having a strategy, having a plan.
Absolutely.
What is this? What is marketing? What do we when we're talking about marketing? How do we evolve that into bankrolling our brilliance?
I'm glad you asked me that because I don't believe in marketing.
You don't?
No.
So
Because,
you
you
don't
know-
believe in posting things on
Oh yeah, I
social
believe
media?
in doing those things, but here's where so many people mess up marketing. So you can have the greatest marketing strategy, but people aren't paying you because they see you. You could be Facebook famous and broke.
Oh, ain't
Okay.
that nothing?
So,
Ain't that
Don't we know
nothing?
so?
Right. So it's really building your know, like, and trust factor. So think about it like this. When my husband took me on our first date, if that brother would have brought a ring to that date, there's no way. I'd be running.
Right.
Yeah, that would
Asking
be
me to
kinda
marry him. So
scary.
you want to build that relationship over time so that people get to experience you. And it's from that experience that they'll say yes to pay you.
I'm one that believes in multiple streams of income. So what about growing revenue in other ways?
Yes.
I love that you asked me this question because what I know for sure is what makes a difference for anyone, whether you're a lawyer, an accountant, a coach, no matter what it is you do, is moving from a one-to-one model to a one-to-many. So what happens is when you only work with people one-on-one, you only have so many hours in a day.
Right.
I want you making money while you sleep. Meaning that if you take your brilliance and package it into ways that you're not present, I mean, I wake up some mornings and I have someone's working on a program that I have. You know, even I have clients in Singapore and Aruba. I don't live in Singapore or Aruba.
Right.
So it's being able to work with more people that then becomes the way that you can package your brilliance in multiple ways.
Now, Nicole, we talked about multiple streams of income. We all know that, we're all for that, but sometimes we think that because we have a lot going on, that means that we're being successful at it and it's bringing in revenue. That
it's not.
necessarily doesn't mean that. How do we go by streamlining everything to make sure all of the businesses are making money and being productive?
So I'm going to go back to step number 2 about the blueprint. So when you have a blueprint, which is a step-by-step process that you do what you do, it's then creating a formula from that process. So let's say, and I have a 6-step formula that I work from.
Tell me about that.
One
Go through the
program.
steps for me.
Well,
I
don't know if y'all had that kind of time.
But you have to monetize it.
Right. So here's the thing. The reason I'm telling you I have 6 steps is one program is 2 steps. Another one is 1 step. So that you begin to look at, if you come to me, I look at where you are. Do you need my 3rd step or do you need my 4th?
Right.
So then that helps me be able to, at any given time, be able to tell you, well, that's step 3. Let me show you what that looks like.
Right.
It makes it much easier to do what you do instead of trying to figure out, well, let me write a new proposal. And every time someone comes to you, you're writing a new proposal.
Right.
When you have a formula, when you have a blueprint, you don't have to do that.
I love that. You have one quote. You said, be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. And I love that. I am actually a comedian, TV show host, and also I'm a real estate agent.
So you're always uncomfortable, right?
And I got my real estate license so that I can sell myself my house. I wanted the commission. So talk to us about that.
I
was like, okay.
And you know what, I see so many successful women come to me. You're already successful. And so you think the success you used over here is going to help you up level. And it won't. The tools you used over here are not going to help you for your next level. So you've got to understand that whatever it is you're doing whatever way you're monetizing your brilliance. If it's something you've never done before, it's going to cause you to do something you've never done.
Yes.
And so that means you're going to have to be uncomfortable. I remember Stephen Furtick said this quote, and I'm probably going to mess it up, but I'm going to try to get it right.
Give us
that
on the lines.
fear is not the enemy of faith. It's familiarity.
Yeah.
Because when you're familiar, you want to be comfortable. You want to keep doing the same thing you've been doing, and you expect that you're going to grow. It's just like Tyler Perry thinking that when he lived in a car and he produced his first play, that same way he did that was going to then produce his first movie.
The one thing I always say, there's no growth in comfort, okay?
Right.
You got to stretch yourself.
All the messages today. Well,
Yes.
listen, Nicole, thank you so much for joining us here at Sister Circle. And for more on Nicole Roberts, of course, you can check her out on all of our social media platforms.
Up next, Dr. Red Cross is here to show you how to refresh your health. Don't miss it.
Dr. Red Cross.
Dr. Red, he's fine.